done this before. They're veterans at what they do, but both compositions, I think Geek Fam just looking to try and play for structures, especially because Bruno has such high base damages. Let's get into this. Geek Fam with their Bruno and Karina on their side. Their main objective is to siege their opponents down, play for the earlier stages of the game, but even if it goes hyper late, don't worry, Panda will be able to help out with that. Todak on the other side, they've got such a deadly dive composition. Baxia coming in from a flank, pick off potential, as well as quick follow-ups with the Demonic Force. This could be it. Geek Fam versus Todak. Only one team gets to leave this stage a winner.
All right, we once again return to the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Geek Fam playing on the blue side, Todak playing on the red side. Whoever is able to secure this victory in the very first game of the series will have the much needed momentum that they want to try and end it as soon as possible. And considering both these teams, they like to flex, they're not going to leave it to chance at all. Try to close it out ASAP. But Chiku.
Oh, what?
Oh, what? Really?
Okay, so Zorn finds the first blood, but Moon manages to hit his level 2 immediately after taking that purple, which is really terrible. But now Panda, again, difficult 1v1 against him. Oh, he gets the empowered archetype, but Yums is going to try and secure this kill. Panda already using the slide tackle. Quick flicker coming in from Yums. Concussive blast, putting him low to allow Momo to get the kill. Pretty interesting all across the board.
Oh, this is gonna be a really close match between these two teams, as we've seen this early fights and skirmishing between two teams. But first burst bounty is right in front of your screens. Dear viewers, scan the QR code below or visit that website in front of your screen. Catch yourself some really nice Chizilla double down.
Now, looking over at the turtle side, right? They have 26 more seconds. How are they going to actually control this area of the map, to Egg?
Chico guys is gonna have to get level 4 first before they actually think about securing that turtle priority. But Formace is getting out-traded right here from Arts as well as Maimar. He will go down, and with that death giving over to Geek Fam, they will definitely lose that control over to the turtle pit.
That is well played there. This is exactly what Maima should be doing on the jungle Karina. The early game power spike is going to be huge, and taking that into advantage to roam into the side lanes and create pressure for the rest of his teammates is exactly what Geek Fam want to play for. They're going to be able to rotate that pressure over to the turtle pit now, take it for themselves, and Geek Fam firmly solidify themselves with a bit of a network lead in the beginning, but Panda might end up being the victim of Momo. A nice flicker outwards right into the feathered airstrike. Will he be able to juke it? He actually does. Momo's still alive. Chiku and Yums coming in to back him up. Will they be able to get the kill? Momo from Dominus. Are you kidding me? Somehow they actually do get the kill on Chiku, though he overextended, and they lose Yums as well.
Momo, he has to keep on running here. He needs to find a safe spot. He's going to quickly get in towards the purple bush. The footsies from his guy, the movement.
You gotta give it to him, man. His fingers are off the charts right there, dodging left, right, and center, and even walks it out alive. But unfortunately, Chiku guys has to bite the dust. I gotta say, man, Panda, he did that really well as well. He also was in the Simmer of Hell, but manages to take a kill onto Chiku guys. And for a Bruno, if you get early pressure, early kills, it's gonna be feeling really good.
No, Maima getting hit by the Abyssal Arrow, tries to get on out of there, but it gets hit by the Flame Shot. Coming in from Formace, he sacrifices his life, but he's done his job. Maima has to slow down now. This is a pretty even battle, but Chiku using the Tempest of Blades. Oh, he even secures the purple buff from Geek Fam's jungle.
Well played by Chiku there, recognizing that Maima was just taken out by that last fight, so the purple buff will easily go into his hands. And we know that playing on this link, he is going to need it very much so. Unfortunately, Geek Fam do lose their jungler there, but it's still alright because their win condition is highly reliant on Panda. They want to give him enough space to get that late game scaling.
Well, Dominus just finishing up the Cloak of Destiny is going to be crucial going into this turtle fight, but looks like Dominus getting caught out yet again.
He's on the run. Momo already using his bravest warrior as well. Zorn is giving vision. Oh, he manages to dodge across. Raging Slash has already been used, but no Land Splitter just yet. It's time. Bravest warrior does time out, and it's time to come with the circling eagle on top of Yoms. Maima is buying a little bit of space. His Arts is in position to make the play. Black Dragon Tail's already coming out as Maima. He needs to secure this, but they reset the turtle instead.
Not fully reset though. Okay, now it finally fully resets. So this is gonna be giving Todak a little bit more time because they do want to skill later into the game, and Geek Fam unable to secure the turtle is gonna be huge because they want the goalie to balloon, they want to snowball, and they started back up again.
Geek Fam has been playing pretty well so far. The guiding wind from Zorn has actually saved out his members multiple times, and the Feather Airstrike being used to zone them allows Maima to secure yet another turtle. We saw earlier the Berserker's Fury has already been completed by Panda, so the snowball is starting to become evident. If this Bruno is able to get farmed up, it could prove to be a problem, similar to how Sasa played it in their matchup against SMG.
I mean, this is a slow roll. Chiku wants to get on top of his purple buff all over again, but quickly Maima is able to clear it out. Chiku has to wait for his own to come back up in a little bit, but so far Geek Fam will control the map until then.
Well, Moon so far as well hasn't been actually hitting those abyssal arrows, which could be crucial in a team fight. They're gonna lock onto Maze.
Maze now using the Demonic Force to buy a little bit of time. It really doesn't matter here as Arts already gets the Sha residue to chunk him out. Even Yums trying to save his teammate wouldn't be enough with the Poissons.
Todak making a wise choice now. Obviously, they were not going to be able to return the kill up by fighting into them, so they're gonna trade the tower down bottom. You can see that both Chiku as well as Momo going to be able to secure that bottom tower. They traded for the top tier 1 taken out by Geek Fam. 40 seconds until next turtle. Geek Fam probably want to position themselves for this by taking control of the top side of the map.
Yeah, I agree with you right there because I was about to go and talk about how Todak managed to secure the tier 1 bottom, but Geek Fam, they are having a little bit more control of the map specifically because Turtle is spawning on the top side of the map, and Chiku, guys, losing that blade of Tempest of Blade is also gonna benefit Geek Fam a lot in this upcoming fight.
Yep, Zorn already getting the circling eagle. Oh, almost getting Moon in the process. The wisps don't come out in time, but Zorn doing a really good job at trying to attack the weakest, the squishiest member, especially with the help of Dominus with a feathered airstrike. It makes it that much easier. Abyssal Arrow actually connecting onto Panda, but Momo has to get him down. Raging Slash doesn't connect at the end. Karina looking for an opportunity as Formace is going to be using his flame shot onto Maima to get another proc off the Demonic Force. Dominus going to have to cancel his feathered airstrike early on, but Chiku at the same time during that scramble takes away top tier 1.
That was a great defense by Todak there. They were obviously not going to come out on top in that fight, so wisely using their abilities in a defensive manner, allowing their teammates to escape, and then making the choice to retreat themselves instead of getting too greedy. This will unfortunately mean that Geek Fam will take the turtle. They already secured that area of the map, but I don't think Todak mind this too much. It's unfortunate, but it's something that they've already accounted for.
Well, I think Panda just finished his what was that item's name? Winds of Nature? And that is gonna help him a lot into these team fights where Chiku, guys, primary target will be locking on to Panda. And so far, Chiku, guys, he has been playing all across the map just to get that push in from both sides of the side lanes. And right now, Todak, they will recall, get a reset, make sure they can get their health full before Geek Fam force the issue onto the tier 1 mid turret.
With 81 more seconds until the first Lord is going to be spawning here, we can see that a lot of what Maima is doing is just following up on whatever plays that Geek Fam have set up for him. Circling Eagle coming out from Zorn, already starting off early for Moon. Here comes the Phobius getting all 3 members, allowing Chiku to smash them all with a Tempest of Blades. Arts a little too low to make it happen. Circling Eagle going to pull him in with the guiding winds. For Maze tries his best with the Demonic Force, but doesn't secure the kill. Maima should find the reset. No! Yum says no! You shall not pass!
Humes has been doing a very good job of defending his members here, and a huge mistake by Geek Fam resulting in massive AoE damage, basically obliterating their entire forces. They tried to engage, Zorn pulled in Panda, but I think that was the wrong choice. Art's now trying to go on top of Humes. Maima gonna chase him down, finally gets the kill onto the Baxia. But that is a trade that Todak is more than willing to make.
Well, Todak, they managed to secure that tier 1 mid turret, but losing one member for this upcoming turtle might pose an issue for them because they are losing all of these controls on their jungles. And look at Geek Fam, they are focusing onto the tier 2 top turret as well. The Lord will be spawning in about 6 seconds. Right now, the tempo is definitely on Geek Fam's favor.
I mean, even for Geek Fam, right? They're getting the split push down. It's basically a 4v5 half the time for Todak, but as I see it, Jiku is doing a really good job getting and scraping up gold from across the map, and now attacking Dominus, forcing him to use his wings by wings early on. Maybe a problem as they start the Lord.
Alright, Todak already in position. All 5 members assaulting the Lord inside the pit. Arts trying to come in. Zorn from the side as well. Feather Airstrike is popped to take out Humes. They will successfully do so. Lord has been secured by Chiku. Black Dragon form not enough to try and steal it away. And Todak make a very hasty retreat. Chiku, however, gets caught out in the mid lane. Will be able to escape with the Tempest of Blades, but not Momo as he gets caught out. And Arts will be traded away. Formaze manages to secure the kill with the Demonic Force. Maima now going on top of the Phobius as well, but this is a very tanky hero. I doubt he will be able to get that executed.
I mean, nicely done from Geek Fam, right? Chiku guys will go quickly on towards that purple side, try to scrape as much as he can as the Lord will start pushing out. 2 of their members lost in the scuffle, but since it's so early on into the game, the death timers are very short.
Well, look at the items right here all across the board. Most of the members have picked up 2 items. Formace will start to scale up as well. Feathered Airstrike already forced out right here. Humes is just opening up the map for his team. He's making sure that nobody gets caught out. Zorn is just gonna back off as well. I'm not sure about the Lord take coming in from Todak. Is it a win or a lose? But Humes is gonna follow on where the Lord is spawning as well.
Yep, they have to defend this. They need to get rid of the Lord-empowered minions, and even Maima knows that he doesn't exactly have the best wave clear. Yums is getting attacked here. Black Dragon form coming out from Arts as Ling pushes on that top side. Maima secures that first kill. Momo is now on the run, getting hit by the Feather Airstrike and also the stun, using the Bravest Warrior. Maima finds the reset. He sees Formaze. Does he want to go for Formaze? Yes, he does want to go on Formaze. He's got the Calamity Reaper already ready. And here it goes. Asurus I, 1 Demonic Force, 2 Demonic Forces. He goes down. A quick reset to buy more time for Chiku to break open the base. Chiku on the run, gets knocked down by Zorn himself. The Circling Eagle working out. He has no energy, and a monster kill for Maima.
That is massive for Geek Fam right there. While it didn't happen close enough together, that was essentially a maniac for the Karina here, managing to kill 4 members of Todak in quick succession, ballooning his KDA, currently 8-1. That's gonna be so much space. Chiku, he was able to get some damage into the top inhibitor, but it is not worth trading his life there for. Geek Fam can now really start taking control over the map and pushing them back into their base.
With that small victory across right there, Geek Fam are slowly crawling back into the game. Zorn is playing so aggressive. Todak is literally focusing down on him, but that's just not enough damage. Formace is gonna have to back off, and Panda, he gets another turret for himself. He's starting to get out of control right here. He has the Immortal up. It's just gonna be so hard to focus him down. Chiku, guys, right now, I think Todak is just gonna play that split pushing again and again because it's not gonna favor them if they go into a full 5-on-5 team fight.
Well, I'm not so sure anymore. If they get the big wombo combo like they did before, Geek Fam, they got to be careful when they take the guiding winds, especially if Formaze is nearby. Just purchases the Ice Queen wand as Maima already attacking Chiku, guys. He's barely taking any damage here as the Feathered Airstrike is there to back him up. Quick dodge and sidestep from Maima is going to be enough to not let Moon land his Abyssal Arrows, which haven't been landing too often in this game. And I think so far, just well done to Maima. He's been playing really, really well.
And when we talk about the Abyssal Arrows, you would expect Moon to be a little more accurate with them, but so far we haven't really seen the members of Geek Fam get caught out too notably, which means that they've been playing around his arrows pretty well. Again, You are right, Maima. He's been performing absolutely ridiculously. This is a KDA that's unheard of by the Karina. We've seen other teams try this hero out, but it hasn't really been this successful. So well played to Geek fam there.
Not forgetting Rigzona, man, with 5 times the freshness with every single good game. We can take a quick breather and a moment before the battle begins. And all of a sudden, we are seeing Zorn using the Circling Eagle. He's going to be the first to be taken out by the Demonic Force here, as Arts will try to zone them off. Dominus ends up dying to Momo. This is the pick that they wanted, and Todak are now going to turn things around as Chiku waits for the right opportunity. Maima attacking Moon so fast, but the rest of Geek fam have already crumbled and fallen with an exposed inhibitor on that top side. That might just be it, as they are running down Maima to not let him end, and that is all that they had to say. Todak, take game 1.
Oh, Geek fam have to feel really cheated out of that victory there.
Well, let's sum it all up here. Starting off with Geek fam, they've got great AoE, as mentioned by Sadafa. Great scaling on top of it all, but they also have early game pushers to help them transition from mid to late. Not only that, Todak on their side have some serious diving power, great ways to stop Yves from popping off with a real-world manipulation. And not only that, just dominant lane priority here. It's time for game number 2 of our final best of 3 of today. It's gonna be Geek fam on the blue side once again versus Todak on the red side.
As we are once again greeted by the green pastures of the land of Dawn, we stand to question whether or not this will be the final resting place of Geek fam, and if Todak can successfully plant the final nail in the coffin for the MPL run in this game too.
So far, Yums is not able to exert as much pressure as he wants to as a Cho, but he's just playing bodyguard for Chiku, guys. Make sure he doesn't fall off and he's able to safely farm. Maima getting caught out right here. Who got a little wonder? It is Maima, so one cam up for the Geek fam. Jungler Dominus is gonna play out this mid lane pretty slow. I mean, for both teams, they are not, I don't think both teams want to look for early engages. They just want to get those level 4 as fast as they can.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Diego. Both sides really heavily prioritize their resources here. And Panda, he's playing a safe game against Momo. He doesn't mind taunting him for the safety of his turn, but eventually he will have to join the fight, and hopefully he's maxed out on his stacks at by then. Zorn going to be walking up towards Chiku, guys, here to get the wisps off, dishing out the damage, unfortunately, towards the bear bug here. Yum is getting the third hit G-Kundo on towards Zorn, blowing him up with the concussive blast, but you can see that even for Maze, oh, he's level 4. This might be a problem for Zorn. He's trying to get on out of there as Chiku looking to try and take him out. No, it works out perfectly. They find first blood.
That was very smart of Formaze, using the lethal counter early just to get the slow so that the rest of his team could follow up on it, but ours actually managing to steal away the river crab right from under Todak, so that's gonna help him out just a little bit. Imagine that all that happened because Formaze made the choice of cutting the wave and therefore getting level 4 earlier.
It's kind of nuts. I mean, it's such a small thing, but it really makes a difference. Now, the next fight is going to break out as Deadly Catch already comes out for Geek fam to secure it. Formaze once again getting on top of Arts and the real war manipulation. Nobody to stop it. Momo right in the middle of the fight flickers away as soon as possible, realizing that he could not land the Raging Slash, or more importantly, the Land Splitter.
Wow, that rival manipulation was really clutch right there for Geek fam. Not only did it manage to stop Todak from coming in even further, they managed to not give any kills over to Todak. And for Geek fam, if they keep on trading like this, it's gonna be a little bit more favored towards them because they do have that late game potential. But Chiku, guys, so far still farming up, and in favor of Todak, the first bullet bounty is right up here in the screens. Ladies and gentlemen, scan the QR code below and enjoy some nice chisel double down. Geek fam, Zorn is getting caught out right here. He does die towards Moon. Chiku, guys, is gonna use that pressure to continue to farm in the Geek fam's jungle.
This is some deadly pressure coming in from Todak's side. They're playing it very, very slow, but they're precisely taking out Zorn every single time he wants to be aggressive or pass in a very unsafe manner. Oh, wait, hold on. We're already seeing that Moon was able to take out Dominus somewhere across the map here, and especially in the mid lane, as Maima will be using his Rum to protect himself. Formaze can't seem to get on out. He flickers away. Arts does not make it in time. They might signal a dive, but Yums is so nearby, and knowing that they don't have mid lane pressure, Moon is on his way. Arts secures the kill by himself, but here comes Moon as well as Yums, who's looking for an angle, gets him right underneath, and this should be a free kill going over to Todak's side. No, Arts still alive. Wings by Wings coming through. Feathered airstrike for the kill secure.
That's unfortunate, but at least he forced the airstrike. In the meantime, they also managed to get a kill on Chiku in the mid lane with the real-world manipulation. So the Farsa Eve matchup really making things happen for the respective teams. Momo chunking out a fair bit of Panda's health down here in their 1v1, but he will be able to recall with no problem. This, however, means that Todak have bottom lane priority, allowing Momo to rotate over to contest the turtle, but he by himself isn't going to be able to steal it away from Maima, who has the retribution.
Well, Geek Fam so far has secured 2 neutral objectives, but oh, the way of the dragon goes the wrong way.
Yums, he just takes the damage overall. Zorn is kind of low on mana at this point in time, so he can't really follow up. Maima going to take his time as Formaze looking trying to steal away that purple buff. He still has the lethal counter. He could walk back in, but it's a little too late. Maima will be taking his own purple buff. Formaze had no idea whether or not Maima had retribution up.
So far, it's still looking very even for both sides. If we look at the net worth, it's actually equal from both Geek Fam as well as Todak. So despite the skirmishes and trades happening from both parties, there hasn't really been a notable swing in either direction. This is not really going to favor anyone in particular, as both teams do want to get that scaling on their specific late game cores.
Yeah, with all the skirmishing going around, even though Todak is up in the kill score, Geek Fam has successfully secured 2 turtles for themselves. And Maima, he is most probably holding on to the goal lead for Geek Fam. Note that Dominus just finished up his Ice Queen 1. This is gonna give him a little bit more edge as well to slow down the Todak members that wants to engage onto him. That real-world manipulation is gonna get a lot more value.
5 minutes into the game, and Yum's already making the play, kicking Dominus into the hands of Chiku instantly with a feather airstrike and the entropy being popped. Panda gets on top. Oh, flickers into all 3 and stuns them. Chiku is now in trouble. Art secures the kill. Deadly catch as well. What a way to say hello, and here's my revenge. It's not over. Momo using the Bravest Warrior and the Raging Slash to clear the way for Maze. 2v1, looking to kill Zorn. Can he secure it? So close. Finds one, gets a second. Double kill for Maze.
Once again, both teams just trading evenly. You get 2 kills mid, I get 2 kills top. And once again, we are seeing the threat that Ballman poses. While it looked like he was about to fall to Geek Fam, he gets a kill and instantly regens from most of his HP. Feathered Airstrike tried to stop Maima from securing the turtle, but he is still able to get it with the retribution.
Well, this is gonna be really hard for Todak because all these neutral objectives have been taken by Geek Fam and they are trading evenly. I mean, Todak, they got all the early kills, but Geek Fam instantly comes back and return a kill. Maima is just gonna secure his own buff, make sure that none of Todak comes near. Yums is opening up the map. So far, Momo is gonna not have a good time right here as Maima comes in to assist Arts as well.
Let's not forget about the fact that Geek Fam is farming really, really well. It's 20.7k compared to 21.2k, even though Todak has more kills, more structures already obtained. And they're probably gonna get another structure here up on top side as well. Yep, that's the tier 2 going down.
The thing is, while Todak are winning in terms of structures as well as kills, Geek Fam are winning in terms of neutral objectives, as they have claimed all the turtles in the game thus far, which is why you see the net worth is still very close for both sides. But now, a nice way of the dragon onto Arts right under the feathered airstrike allows him to secure a kill, and Todak finally make a bit of a difference in net worth, now 1k ahead of their opponents.
Oh, the Cho pick so far has been a really good value. The way of the dragon always finds a really good target. I was about to say, well, hold that thought as Yums is getting caught out by Zorn.
Bringing Dominus in, he's already using the Void Blast, but again, does he really want to use the real world manipulation against Yums? No, he does not. Chiku, now they might bait this out, thinking that Chiku might not be there. Zorn gets hit by the superposition. No entropy coming out of Chiku just yet, as he sees the rest of Geek Fam mobilized down by the purple buff.
Formase is eyeing the purple buff right now. Feathered Airstrike popped to chase Zorn out, but Maima is able to secure the turtle, but he does have it, right?
I don't think so.
Wait,
I think the passive coming out from Farsa was able to take it away at its final tick. When we look over at Farsa, yep, it looks like, wait a minute, yep, she's got the purple buff. There we go.
Well played over to Todak, managing to steal that right from under Maima's nose to the point that even we didn't realize what exactly had happened. Todak now increasing their network lead by quite a bit since they were able to exert their pressure over Geek Fam for the first time in the entire game. They're now able to farm up more of the map, push the lanes, take away the jungle from their opponents, and that is allowing them to start growing this advantage.
This is just due to the fact that Todak has taken down so many of the structures. All the tier 1 turrets are down and they are looking to secure the 2 more that are in the mid as well as the bottom. Every time a turret falls, it's just so much pressure gone naturally because there's no vision there and there's no thing to fall back to whenever you get ganked. And Todak playing out their macro game really well right here. They conceded that 2 first turret, but they got the third one due to the fact that they were able to push out all those tier 1 turrets.
That's a good point, because I mean, when it comes down to map pressure, Todak is just winning on all fronts. They've opened up the map so much that they can really start pressing their lead, especially with a feathered airstrike, not caring about any direction. It is a full circle radius compared to the real world manipulation, which is really only for one direction.
Yeah, now that you pointed out as well, Geek Fam actually has 0 towers thus far, which is why they basically have no control over the map. They're gonna try and defend this tower here. Rover Manipulation has already been dropped down. They jump on top of Chiku, will be able to get the kill onto the Natan as they go down onto Yums as well as Formase. But guess what? They're gonna be able to take him out. Killing spree onto the Ballman. Meanwhile, looks like they will be able to find the kill onto the opposing Cho. But a nice knockout strike onto both Momo and Moon will keep them off of Art so far. He has to run away from the Lapu Lapu, will successfully do so. Momo actually still chasing him down, not realizing that Panda and Dominus are right behind him and end up losing his life as a result.
Oh, that was really unfortunate and really unlucky, as Momo did not spot Alice walk into the brush at that point in time, confidently walking up thinking, I can probably get this kill and walk away. Runs right into the hands of Panda. Formase able to steal away the orange buff from Maima. A little unfortunate here, but this next objective, the Lord, is really going to help a team swing, and especially for Geek Fam, that's what they need to start pushing back against the structural damage that Todak has laid upon them.
Well, in that fight, Chiku guys fell first. I thought Todak they could have just thrown the game into the trash can, but Formase is showing up right now for Todak. He was able to split Geek Fam into 2, but once again Momo was a little bit overextending. Hold that thought as the feathered airstrike come in and no kills thus far.
Formase making a good choice, not actually going for the engage there. If he had walked into that bush, he would have died for sure, even if he is a Ballman. Zorn does get caught out, but a nice jump by Momo. Catches 2, not going to be enough though. They are able to walk away from it thanks to the deadly catch, but Dominus gets caught out by the lethal counter, and now the fight is in full force. Art's trying to push them back. Winter Trunking keeps Panda alive for a while, but the Way of the Dragon will find the Alice right into the path of the rest of his team, and they manage to get the shutdown, but lose Yubes in exchange. Circling Eagle, jumping onto Formase into the backside. Gordon will be able to get away. Meanwhile, Maima gets saved by the guiding wind. As Raven jumps in, Zorn ends up losing his life in a mega kill to Moon, but is able to save his core.
Oh my goodness, that was a 4v5. Chiku still is cracking open the inhibitor down on towards that bottom side. This is not a good position for Geek Fam. Formase having to flicker on out of there. A big resource being lost here, but at the end of the day, Todak now clearly in the lead against Geek Fam. This push is going to be everything. Oh man, Yums, he's already on his way.
Well, this is just the fact that Todak doesn't have the wave to crash in when Chiku guys force onto the the last inhibitor turret in the bot lane. But right now, the Todak, they are continue to push on with the minions as well as the Lord.
Zoran already bringing in with the Circling Eagle, pulling Arts in towards the Team Panda, getting in towards that back line as Maima and Dominus take away the Lord empowered minions, and the Lord itself, they need to protect whatever inhibitors they have left.
Successful defense by Geek Fam, being able to find Chiku with the Circling Eagle and killing him out of all the members of Todak effectively halts their advance, and they're able to clear up the Lord without being threatened by the fate of death. Formaze not going to be in the area as well, allowing Geek Fam to survive the fight for another day. But for how much longer will they be able to do so? Only 2 inhibitors remaining. This could very well be the end for Geek Fam if they're not able to figure something out soon.
Well, in the last game, we talked about how Bruno had a target on his head. This time around, it was Chiku guys that had that target on his head. All these engages that Geek Fam open up is always Chiku guys, the first one to fall. And also note that Dominus has completed his Brute Force breastplate. It's gonna be so much harder to kill him now. And Chiku guys also finishing up that Rose Gold Meteor, which means the initial burst coming in from Zorn is gonna, get less value.
I don't know about this one. I don't know about this build coming out from Dominus here. He's trying to be utilitarian as much as he can. Oh no, it looks like Yoob's coming in for a proper engagement on towards Zorn. Actually finds Maima as well, but Zorn will be the target. Real World Manipulation is already out as Momo stopped the Real World Manipulation just in time to prevent the rest of his team to get hit by that damage. Panda now looking for the re-engagement on towards Todak as they back away. Formaze, he is independent and he is by himself. He threatens the backline.
The defense from Geek Fam has just been excellent so far, even though by all means they should be behind in net worth and losing out these fights to Todak. They're doing a very good job of defending. Part of that due to the fact that they have the real world manipulation as well as the deadly catch just to chase Todak away. Momo did a good job in that last fight, stopping the ult from the Eve, but ended up losing his life in exchange because the deadly catch just zoned out the rest of his team and effectively split the fight in 2.
Also, this is something that I just noticed. Zorn this time around on the Matilda is bringing that Purify, which was what made him walk away from that Way of the Dragon, because in the first game he was bringing the barrier, and this time around the Purify is giving him value. Arts finishing up the Malefic Raw. This will be the time for Geek Fam to start pushing into this structure. So far they are still 0 in terms of that tower count.
But that just means that we're getting into the ultra late game here, and Chiku guys just purchasing his Wind Talker, giving him that extra movement speed, the extra attack speed, and even crit damage. He is going to start shredding through. Dominus getting his dire hit blessing as well to have that extra bit of value when team members of Todak get low.
It's very impressive that Geek Fam have been able to hold on this long despite having lost all of their outer turrets so early on. Goes to show that their team lineup is actually a bit of a problem for Todak because they're having it a bit of a difficult time actually engaging onto the lineup from Geek Fam, especially since they generally play as 5.
Wait, is nobody going to defend the open crystal here? Well, okay, it looks to be fine, but now Todak, they understand that they can really play this slow because Geek Fam has to go deal with that wave, and as well as Formaze causing havoc on that top side, he's probably going to net himself a free inhibitor if Geek Fam don't make a decision right now.
Well, this just might be a free lot or even a free base if Geek Fam are not decisive right here. Momo is gonna zone out Zorn right here, and look at the Lord just getting quick work done from Todak. And with the Lord taken down, it's just gonna be so much harder for Geek Fam to play the game. When we look at Geek Fam's composition, there's not really much wave clear. If they do decide to use the real world manipulation for the wave clear, that's a lot of pressure taken off Todak's back.
I feel like that was a weird decision from Geek Fam there to stay for the Lord. They had already sent Arts back to defend against Formaze, and they're obviously not going to be able to take a fight without the Paquito around. So why stick around? They should have tried to see if they could rotate over and pick off Formaze, who was pushing on his own. But instead, by splitting their forces, they're not really getting much out of it, and now their base is being threatened.
I think they were trying to bait something out here. Art's taking some damage. The same goes for Panda. They break open the top inhibitor as well. They should be able to get the mid inhibitor too as Yooms threatens and the Lord crashing in at the same time. This should be quick and easy work for Todak as they look to try and end this game. The superposition is looking good for Maze, holding on to his own as Panda continues to get his blood orbs. Feathered airstrike really making a difference there. Panda losing at least 50% of his HP as the fight continues to bring on Chiku guys. Hasn't started attacking heroes just yet, but Yooms could could not find the catch. Deadly catch at being expended. Real world manipulation onto the defense here as Formaze holds on. 50% of the crystal is down, but Todak don't care. They're gonna attack once again. Momo finds the engage, and they take out Maima in one fell swoop, even finding Alice as well. Todak is here to stay as they look to try to end this game. 2-for-1 trade-off. It's not gonna be easy as they lose Natan in the process. What a catch as they look to force to end the game. It's not going well as Arts holds on strong. Arts, he's done it. A successful defense for Arts and Dominus.
That was nail-biting, but somehow Geek Fam are able to finish things off. That's a triple kill going over the Arts as he somehow manages to defend the intense base rush coming out of Todak there and keep his team's dreams alive for a little bit longer.
The Paquito, man, Paquito. So far in this playoff, Paquitos have been popping out. A lot of these catches coming in, and the clutch from this hero is just insane. But oh man, they're just trading off, having fun right here. But Dominus may have something else to say about that. And even though Geek Fam win up on that defense, there's just nothing they can do. They couldn't push. They could only take down that tier 1 mid turret. And of all of the catch, because they lose the same amount of people as Todak, they weren't able to get much more from the map.
Oh, but as you mentioned before, Slafa, they are just hard targeting, making sure that Chiku doesn't get to really play the game, but they're also considering how Momo has been playing, looking to cancel the real world manipulation. If they take him out early, nobody else can really get to that back line without having to expend a lot of resources or at least run through that deadly catch. So now it is on a knife's edge. These team fights are extremely even.
Well, when you look at the item builds right here, Yums as well as Momo is picking up the Radiant Armor. So Dominance as well as Panda and Zone will have a little bit less, what's that word called? Pressure against them. Well, so far, Momo also finishing up the Immortality. That is just means that Momo can play a little bit more aggressive than he wants. And you mentioned Dominus, he's gonna have to look out to where Momo is because that is the only backline threat that Todak will have against Dominus.
That immortality is actually going to be really big for Momo because he always jumps in with his ultimate to stop the real world manipulation, ends up dying before he can really make anything happen. So with an immortality, he basically has a second life in order to make some damage come out to really put a stop to the plans of Geek Fam, and that could be the fight that Todak are looking for. Luminous Lord has officially spawned once again, but Todak still needs to be a little bit careful here. Geek Fam have actually scaled up, and despite the fact that they don't have any surviving inhibitors, if Geek Fam are able to wipe Todak, they could end the game right there.
They're taking their time here. They're going to start rushing it down. Unfortunately, that means the deadly catch is already out. Yums gets the kick on towards Dominus' side, but Panda is going to attack Yums at the same time. Real world manipulation. The refund is good, but Chico can't hold on. He gets stunned, and he walks out, and they find the kill with Panda. They lose their jungler, and at this point in time, it's so late in the game. It's 60 seconds.
I think most of everybody for both teams have finishing out their buy here. Chico, guys, once again getting caught out right here. And as we go later and later into the games, the death timers will be so long. Look at that, 44 seconds before Chico, guys, come back. And Arts and Momo is just gonna trade on the side lanes once again.
Orn coming in to provide some backup for Arts, but I think Momo is tanky enough to not be treat that as much of a problem. A nice deadly catch will stop Yums from engaging as Panda survives with the Winter Trunkian, and now Yums already using Flicker is gonna get caught out with 5 members of Geek Fam. Immortality keeps him alive, but not for long. Geek Fam managed to pick off another member of Todak. Chiku will be back pretty soon, but they're not gonna be able to take a fight if Yums isn't going to be there with them.
They're just clearing up the waves right now, making sure that these Lord-empowered minions do not get any further. Unfortunately for Chiku, all he can do is just sit back and watch as the horrors are happening to the rest of his team. They tried. This was supposed to be the killing blow against Geek Fam, but their defense, they're playing their hearts out. They refuse to lose in this fashion.
Well, Immortality are starting to be picked up by all the members. I think 4 out of 5 players from Todak have that item up. And also Panda, he's just so hard to kill right now with the Winter Truncheon as well as the Immortality. Putting on against the Alice is a really hard sustained hero. Todak right now are starting to fall off as Chiku guys switching out onto Malefic Rod. He's gonna, try to hit onto the crystal once they get in front of the base. The next Lord will be spawning in about 120 seconds. Forme is getting caught out yet again. The whole Geek fam is right here.
Oh, they're actually going to catch out for Maze this time round and utilizing all of their ultimates, but he quickly switches over to the Winter Truncheon. It's not going to be enough. Now Panda out of position. He's already going to be a goner here. They trade 4 Maze for Panda, which is pretty terrible for Geek fam, as Panda was their secondary win condition. Todak on the aggressive.
Yeah, this is a chance that Todak wants to take advantage of here. Sure, they lose 4 Maze, but that's not going to be too bad. They still have Chiku alive for this next one, and Panda won't be there to dive onto the Natan in the backline. They do still have Zorn, however, so Todak still needs to take this with a grain of salt. They're now going to be cutting off the waves. Yoom's doing a very good job of that to ensure that all the waves crash into Geek fam's base at once. They want to end this before Panda comes online. Yoom's gets the kick, but ends up dying in a godlike 3. Real manipulation gonna drop Moon real low. Chiku jumping in to try and kill off Dominus, but he is diving way too deep and ends up getting picked off. The rest of his team is not there to save him.
This is just so bad for Todak in the first game. Feels bad for Geek fam. In the second one, feels bad for Todak. And I gotta give props to Geek fam. They were able to defend all of this invades coming in from Todak. One time you say it's luck, but 2, 3, 4 is just how good they can hold on with their composition right here. And Maima, his deadly catch has been on point so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is an exhausting game. 24 minutes already. This has been going on forever, and Todak, they've got to be getting really frustrated. They can't seem to crack this wall, this iron wall coming in from Geek fam with an impenetrable defense. So minimal mistakes being made, even though it was a 4v4 situation without the damage of Panda, they still couldn't break through.
Somehow some way or another, Geek fam have turned this game on its head, and they are now the ones with the map pressure, with the control over Todak. They could very well turn this around and even things up in a 1-to-1 situation, something that Todak has been wanting to avoid, but with the Luminous Lord now in Geek fam's lap, it has become a very real possibility, even though their crystal has been fully exposed for the last 10 minutes.
But it's still a lot of structures for Geek fam to actually crash before they reach onto that crystal from Todak. I'm just wondering if Todak can pull out a defense as good as Geek fam, because the Lord will be crashing in and all these waves will be coming in as well. And when we look at Todak's composition, yes, they do have the ability to wave clear and take the Lord down really fast, but Geek fam, they might look to play on the other side of the map.
I think they need to send 4 Maze somewhere, or at the very least run at Lord straight away. Zorn is there to zone them out, and with the Feathered Airstrike, they're using its short cooldowns to get initial damage onto that mid-wave. But that Luminous Lord, it's 26 minutes into the game. That Luminous Lord is not easy to kill. 4 Maze will clear up that bottom side just in time here. Geek fam, they have to stick as 5 for as close and as long as possible to make it hurt and make it worth it.
Well, I like that Art is actually cutting out the wave so that 4 Maze can pull a backdoor right here. There's no waves. He's getting crashed in by Geek fam.
Am I gonna be chasing him down? Zorn gets a Circling Eagle. The Flicker has already been expended by 4 Maze, and he will be able to get the boost in their jungle, dashing away from the hands of Todak. This is gonna give a lot of time for the rest of his team to actually clear up the Luminous Lord up top, as there's only one member of Geek fam up there. It's gonna be Arts. Gets picked off by 3 members, immediately shut down by Chiku. Real world manipulation has to be cancelled out. 4 Maze doing a very good job of cutting the waves. He is still out there.
He is literally running circles around Geek fam, who unfortunately refused to break apart to actually take him on in a 1v1, because I don't think anybody could really take him on in that 1v1, even if they tried. This is going to be a really long game here, and unless they're trying to break the Guinness World Record for the longest game in Mobile Legends, they're starting to get a bit close.
Well, 4 Maze once again switching out the immortality right here. He's gonna be so hard to kill, and this is just the amount of wave clears that both Farsa as well as Eve has. It's just so hard to end the game if they can't get the push in, and Chiku guys getting caught a lot of these times is gonna be an important point. Whether can Todak end the game with this push coming in.
Deadly Catch has already been used against Warmaze. They won't have it to disengage the engagement. Momo jumps in with the flicker, but is unfortunately not able to find anyone. Real World Manipulation is gonna cut off Todak. Yums is stuck underneath. Momo as well gets popped on his immortality. Todak, they're making the decision to try and engage on this again, but Panda's gonna jump in with the Winter Trunks again, keeping himself alive. We have Warmaze keeping himself alive as well, but the Deadly Catch has come off cooldown, giving a killing spree over the Maima as Geek Fam once again successfully chases Todak out of their base.
Oh, a 4v5, a 4v5 as well. Todak cannot penetrate through Geek Fam despite the advantage of an extra man here. This is just difficult. Like, Zorn was able to get the cancel on the feathered airstrike. The real world manipulation was unstopped. Not even Momo himself, who had to flicker out preemptively as Panda put so much pressure on him with the help of Maima.
The power of Alice on the hands of Panda is definitely showing off right now in this game number 2. He was able to hold out so many members from Todak, even putting out the Winter Trunks to make sure he is unkillable. And look at the items built right here. I think everybody has immortality, which is just makes it so hard to end the game for both sides. Once again, the feathered airstrike is being expanded. Zorn, he's not gonna do any much more damage than he already can because of the item builds has been maxed out on both sides. Chico guys getting caught out again. Walks away though.
This is so difficult for both these teams right now because neither side wants to give the game over to their opponents. We are now entering the 30th minute of the game. The 5th Lord has spawned. Geek Fam working on it. Todak not in any position to contest. This will probably go over to them. They do indeed get it, as well as Panda gonna be popping his ultimate. Way of the Dragon kicks him away, but Todak is not looking for a fight here. They've already lost the Lord. They need to prepare to defend.
Yeah, this Lord is going to be so tough. Like, I'm not even sure. If Geek Fam don't escort it, they don't have a chance. But also, Zorn, he's actually going to force a fight. The real world manipulation. Yums is in the back line. He doesn't have his G-Kundo to cancel it. It's going to be a full real world manipulation for Mace. What an absolute alpha chat. A Sigma male in his own right going to cut the waves while this is happening and even pulling the attention of Lord for the time being. And Lord refused to move forward as the Deadly Catch. They already find one on towards Yums. He goes down finally with 83 seconds on the clock. For Mace is doing God's work here in the mid lane. He refuses to let it go. He's going to have to recall or maybe look for a side lane to start pushing over. This is not going to be a base race. He will win. That Lord is way too strong. He has to recall. And here we go. An insta break of the mid lane inhibitor. Real world manipulation comes out again as Boone going to try his best. Zorn cancels it off straight away with a circling eagle, but they manage to find Chiku. Holds on strong. They find another one. It's Maima and Arts already dead on the battlefield. Mace gonna run down his opponents, but Panda has more than enough damage to say hello and goodbye. Real manipulation on towards Shiku, guys. He manages to get out with the entropy. So far, so good. Todak trade evenly 2-4-2.
Oh, these two teams, they are playing out of their minds right now. They are able to pull out defense after defense after defense, not giving an inch to both sides of the map. In that last push right there, we see that real manipulation versus that feathered airstrike, and both teams were able to pull out that enough damage just to make sure that the Lord doesn't go in.
Zorn finds a circling eagle onto Chiku. He wants to engage on it, but the Natan is just way too squishy. If he were to overextend himself, he would get bursted down without a second thought. And that is the problem for Todak right now. They don't have enough consistent damage and durability to break into the base of Geek Fam.
I don't know how many times I've been seeing Winter Truncheon popping out beside Panda. He's been switching out a lot of these items based on the situation that he is dealt. And Moon's once again throwing out the feathered airstrike just to clear up the waves. And this time around, with 3 inhibitor turrets broken from Geek Fam, they will try to sync up the waves. And Chiku guys is just gonna focus onto his purple buffs and look to join Todak in the bot side of the map.
Yep, this is officially the longest game of the MPL MY, breaking the 31-minute mark into 32. This is going to be a slow roll here. Yum's already finding Zorn very early on, but he's just switched over to a sheer tank build. He's not going to go down that easily, as the rest of the team finally going to enjoy, and especially for Maima, who's going to finally enjoy his buffs after so freaking long.
Honestly, if not going to go down so easily was an MLBB game. This would be it, ladies and gentlemen. We are breaking the 33-minute mark. Neither of these teams are showing any signs of breaking. They're not willing to take any risk because it can literally go either way if they take a full 5v5. Both Geek Fam as well as Todak have full opportunity to be able to win these team fights. And whoever does come out on top automatically claims victory.
Well, this next slot will be the point of contention for both teams, but look at Momo. He's doing work in the bot side of the map. The waves are looking good for Todak as the Lord will spawn in 18 seconds more. But Geek Fam, they have priority in the mid lane, which is that single lane that you want to have going into the Lord Formace. He's gonna recall, make sure that Geek Fam is a little bit tad later than he is going into the Lord Pit, which will spawn right now.
This Luminous Lord, honestly, at this point of time, with every Luminous Lord we've seen thus far, does it really matter? Is this even a Lord? Is it even powerful? If the game can go on for this long, how overtuned are these heroes to shred them like it's absolutely nothing? I don't know at this point, but Yoom's now in some trouble as he gets hit by the Circling Eagle. Feathered Airstrike coming in from Moon. This must be a bait of a lifetime. He's so out of position, but he quickly flies outside of the map. Momo still alive. Yoom's still alive despite all of that. Right now, Todak needs to take full advantage of split pushing the enemy, but Geek Fam refuse to walk anywhere further than their river unless necessary. Chiku and Moon need to work together because this Lord is a tough cookie.
That was well played down bottom by Todak, all things considered. It seemed very risky for Moon to reveal his position like that, but him as well as Momo were actually able to save Yooms, and if he died there, that would have put him on a very long death timer, something Todak cannot afford to have to deal with right now, as the Lord is going to be broken down by Chiku.
Somebody needs to actually deal with Formace here. As they get off of the Lord one more time, Formace's split push is absolutely pulled off as they have to just kind of take their time waiting for both Chiku guys and as well as Moon to have their ultimates to make this work. Although both of their ults can be refunded, do they want to take the risk? Absolutely not.
Well, Panda getting a little bit chunked out right there, but he is Alice can just heal up with the waves right here. This Lord dance is just so intense for both teams, but Formace on the side lane is continuously exerting pressure for Geek Fam to make sure that he sends someone to answer, or else I will end your base right there and then. And without Paquito for Geek Fam, it's actually a little bit of a problem as the the Feathered Airstrike is not able to chunk down Zorn as much as they thought he could be.
Honestly, at this point, Zorn should just stand still and take the Feathered Airstrike, and the full burst of Feathered Airstrike, and he probably wouldn't even break the 50% HP mark.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Now that we've hit this point in the game, both teams have over 110,000 net worth total. I don't even know what to say. I can only find humor and pain in this situation.
Is this some sort of record?
I don't know, man, because this game is just a recording played on repeat.
You're not entirely wrong here, but Zorn might actually go down and break his immortality. Nope, he's going to be absolutely okay. And pulls White. Hold on, he's putting my Panda back at Momo. He's sick of this. He wants to break that immortality one more time. Deadly Cat's going to be used as well. The same goes for the real world manipulation to buy more than enough time. Lapu Lapu finally goes down as Formace threatens that backline. Zorn is so low, but this does mean that Todak will be able to secure the Lord. They do it, a double kill. They're going to have to do it with 3 men somehow.
Oh, can Todak pull out though? The Lord this late into the game is definitely something not to scoff at, and this time around they have Chiku guys to back out into this siege that they will go in. Moon is alive, Chiku guys is alive. Yes, they lose Momo as well as Formace, but does it matter though? Here comes the Lord. Wow, getting chunked out by Geek Fam.
Yep, they are. Wow, they're actually doing it a lot faster than I would have thought here. And now Moon realizing that he cannot just sit around and run towards that bottom lane to get that push going. He has to escort the Lord one by one, but you can even see that top side pushing as well. Chiku forced to respond to that bottom. This Lord is Lord a joke at this point? Is Lord just a sick joke? It's the end game mechanic of the game, and it's going down like butter.
There is no Lord anymore in this game. All that remains are the efforts of both these teams. Just fight into each other. My God, please.
Is Is the Lord as easy to kill as the minion at this point?
Honestly, the minions are supposed to get stronger with every minute going, but even the minions don't really stand a chance as well. Anti-Cure is being brought by Formaze, and despite all the efforts that Todak did to actually protect themselves, both Momo and Formaze sacrificing their lives for the Lord, Geek Fam decide we're not risking it. Despite having a literal two-man advantage, they are not going to risk it for the biscuit.
Well, right now, Formaze as well as Yums, they are back into the team. Todak right now have 5 men up, and the only advantage that Todak has against Geek Fam right now is that 1 extra inhibitor turret on the top side, while Geek Fam has 4 extra kills against Todak.
Considering that we have a Natan in this game, could we ask him to time travel to when it ends?
Sorry, he only goes back in time, so only when the beginning of this game happens. And we have to do this all over again, my friend. Unfortunately, they find Yums all over again. Formace is actually trying to get in to help, but Yums still has his flicker back up. Manages to go through. Yums is still sharp despite getting hit by literally every ability by Geek Fam could offer. And 100 more seconds until the next Lord spawn.
I have no idea how he survived that. He walked into a bush with 5 members of Geek Fam. They popped his immortality and somehow allowed him to escape.
Wait.
But they're gonna be chasing that Chiku. They're gonna be able to catch up onto Momo now. Yums jumping in to save him with the real one manipulation being dropped as well. They actually Maima's immortality with the better airstrike. And now Yums is chasing Panda down. Will get stopped by the Void Crystal. Chiku following up but taking a fair bit of damage himself. Art's clearing up the top wave. Will they be able to push in on this? Probably not.
This is just torture. This is just a sick tease. This is a sick joke here. As Todak once again trying their very best. They only get Maima throughout the entire process, but they can't seem to get through Panda as Dominus in the real world manipulation. That shield is a lot bigger than I would have imagined it to be.
I got a question. Is there a limit on the stacks for Alice?
Nope, there is no limit, but she doesn't get any more benefits at this point of the game. It's not like she's going to get more damage in here. As Chiku using the entropy and switching positions with it, Momo is jumping right on towards Dominus here. He's going to use the Raging Slash as a little bit of a sick joke, as it's not really going to do too much, but it looks really, really cool. Real world manipulation. Wait, they might actually look to end the game here, but they don't have any minions. You know, Art's actually going down. This might be it. Wait, hold on. Todak, they're actually pushing through and trying to crack open the wall. Art's is still alive. He finally goes down in Sword and Dominus. Todak, they've done it. They have done it. They finally break the iron wall of Geek Fam right at the very end when you think they weren't able to do it. GG, well played. Todak knock out Geek